Most people think you need a camera, a nice setup, or even confidence to start YouTube. But the truth is, some of the fastest growing channels right now don't show their face, don't record themselves, and in some cases don't even write their own content from scratch. And the surprising part is this, a lot of those channels are being built with free AI tools. So in this video, I'm gonna show you one of the simplest ways to start a faceless YouTube channel from scratch, step by step using AI. But before we begin, take a look at this. These videos are not overly complicated. No expensive production, no fancy setup, no need to appear on camera. Yet they are pulling views. Why? Because they follow a structure most beginners ignore. And once you understand that structure, you will realize something very important. Growth on YouTube is not just about effort, it is about direction. A lot of people are working hard, but they are building in the wrong direction. That is why they stay stuck. In the next few minutes, I will walk you through how to choose the right content direction, how to generate a story idea with AI, how to turn that idea into a proper script, how to break the script into scenes, how to generate visuals for those scenes, and how to prepare everything you need to turn it into a faceless video. And I will show you the process step by step so you are not just listening to me explain it. You will actually see how it is done. Now, before we touch any tools, you need to understand this part. Most people fail on YouTube not because they lack tools, they fail because they start randomly. Random topics, random titles, random videos, and no clear direction. And when your content feels random, YouTube has a harder time understanding who to show it to. So, before you start generating anything, you need to fix that first. That is where the foundation begins. Do not just say, I want to start YouTube. That is too broad. You need a simple content direction, and if you do not already have story ideas, AI can help you generate them. For faceless content, here are a few beginner-friendly directions: storytelling, motivation, AI tools, life lessons, problem-solving videos. Each of these can work, but for this video, we are going to use storytelling because it is one of the easiest ways for a beginner to understand the faceless content model. Why? Because storytelling gives you a clear structure. You need an idea, you need a script, you need visuals, and then you put them together into a video. It is simple enough to start with, but strong enough to grow if you do it properly. So once you pick one clear direction, stay with it. That is important because before YouTube pushes your content, it first tries to understand it. And if your channel is posting one kind of video today, another type tomorrow, and something completely different the next day, that clarity becomes weak. A clear direction makes it easier for both viewers and YouTube to understand what your channel is about. Now let's create our content. If you already have a story idea, that is fine. You can work with it. But if you do not, this is where AI becomes very helpful. For this tutorial, I will be using ChatGPT because it has both a free version and a paid version. And for those who cannot afford the paid version yet, the free plan is still useful enough to help you get started. So, let's open ChatGPT. You can go to your browser and type ChatGPT in the search bar, or you can download the app from the Play Store. Once you open it, you can begin entering your prompts. Now, let's start with the story ideas. Generate 10 emotional storytelling ideas for a YouTube channel. Make them simple, engaging, and curiosity driving. Once it generates the ideas, do not just choose one carelessly. This is where you need to think a little. You want a title or story idea that already contains tension. Something that naturally makes a viewer ask, what happened next? That kind of curiosity is very important in storytelling. Now, looking at the results, this one stands out. A boy who found money that was never meant for him. Why does it stand out? Because it already creates a problem. It is not just about a boy finding money. It suggests that something is wrong. It suggests danger, tension, and consequences. That is exactly the kind of emotional hook you want. Now, let's turn that into a script. Write a YouTube storytelling script based on this idea. Use simple English that people will understand and follow easily. Make it emotional and engaging. Start with a strong hook, build tension, and include a twist. Now, once the story drops, don't rush. Read it carefully. This part matters. A lot of beginners generate a script once and accept it immediately. That is not the best way to use AI. AI should help you build faster, but you still need to guide it. So, as you read the script, ask yourself, is the opening strong enough? Does it grab attention fast? Is the tension building properly? Is the story clear? Does the twist feel meaningful? If something feels weak, refine it. For example, you can type, make the opening more emotional and increase tension. That one instruction can improve the script a lot. And this is the real difference. You are not just generating content, you are shaping it. You are guiding the result until it becomes something worth using. This is how you use AI well. Now, this step is very important. Most people skip it, and that is one reason their videos feel disorganized. Once your script is ready, break it into scenes. This simply means dividing the story into visual moments. For example, scene 1, the boy walking alone. Scene 2, he notices the bag on the road. Scene 3, he opens it. Scene 4, tension begins to rise. Scene 5, villagers start searching. Then scene 6, the twist is revealed. These steps matters because it tells you exactly what visuals to create. Without seeing breakdown, your visuals become random, and when your visuals feel random, your video feels weaker. Now, once you have the scenes, go back to ChatGPT and tell it to generate full image prompts for the script. You can type, write full detailed image prompts for this script. Include the YouTube aspect ratio size, the outfit, the village setting, the age, African appearance, and make it ultra realistic and cinematic. And now, ChatGPT will give you detailed prompts for the visuals. Once that is ready, we move to the next tool. Now, let's head over to Risk AI. Now, let's create the visuals. And just in case you are new to this, when I say visuals, I mean the images of footage that will appear on the screen while the story is being told. So go to your browser and search for Risk AI. Once you land on the site, you will see the interface and some options below it, including things like aspect ratio. We are not going too deep into every feature right now. We are focusing on generating the images we need. Now, we generate visuals based on these things and the prompts ChatGPT wrote for us. So let's go back to ChatGPT, copy the image prompts one by one and bring them into Whisk AI. The first thing we do here is set the aspect ratio to 16:9 because that is the standard YouTube video format. Now paste the image prompt and let's see what Whisk AI gives us. Example prompt. A young African boy walking alone on the dusty village road, sunsets, lighting, emotional tone, cinematic style, realistic. And here is the output Whisk AI generated for us. Now notice what this prompt includes: character, environment, emotion, lighting, aspect ratio, direction, and the realistic visual style. This is what most people miss. A weak prompt might say, a boy walking. That is too basic. A stronger prompt is more detailed, more specific, and more visual. This is what gives you a better result. So, once you get the first image, repeat the process for the next scenes and prompts. And if you want motion instead of just still images, you can animate them. Click on the image, select animate, then add simple motion instructions or use the motion prompt section. This is how your video begins to feel more alive. You are no longer just building a script, you are building a watchable visual story. At this point, you now have a strong story idea, a complete script, a scene breakdown, and the visuals to match the story. That means a very large part of the work is already done. In fact, this is already about 70% of the process. Because once you have the idea, the script, the scenes, and the visuals, the rest becomes much easier to organize. The next step, which I will cover in the next video, is how to bring everything together using editing, voiceover, and thumbnail creation. That is where you turn the raw materials into a full video. If you have been overthinking how to start, now you have seen the process clearly. Simple, structured, repeatable, and that is the point. Starting a Faceless YouTube channel does not need to feel confusing if you follow the right process. So, if you want to see how to turn all of this into a complete high-quality video, subscribe, like this video, and comment continue below. I will know you are serious and I will take you to the next level, because this is where most people get stuck. They can generate ideas, they can generate scripts, but when it comes to turning everything into a proper video, that is where things fall apart. And that final step, that is what separates random uploads from videos that actually grow. So, I will see you in the next one. Bye!